Hello and welcome. Yeah, today's video will be about those Hala Beatles in the background, but this just arrived, and before I get to what just arrived, a couple of other updates. For example, the oh yeah, look at that. I have serviced this and it is working well. It took quite a bit of trial and error to figure out what was wrong with it, but now it works very well, and it's all been shined up and it looks great. So now I have the expertise for when it comes to this one, which I'll be doing on camera. I now know how to service an Enfield mental clock. I mean, it wasn't particularly difficult. It's basically just another clock, really. But yeah. Oh yeah, this. Remember that Schatz 8-day? I serviced this. Runs like a charm. Yeah, it's still running. Yeah. Still quite heavy, but I made a lens for the front out of an old CD case. That hole in the middle is for the hands because it would have been domed, but I can't get a domed effect with this piece of plastic, so I had to use that instead. But yeah, the movement's very interesting. If you want, I'll show it on camera. Is that my face? I don't know what that is. And yeah, it works very well, and I think it runs for 8 days. It's been running for a few days for now. But yeah, got the hand straightened out. So that's nice, sitting up there, telling me the time, and it's very accurate. So with that aside, let's have a quick look inside here. This was posted on the right time, but because of Royal Mail, all those shenanigans, it took quite a while to arrive. But let's go the other side. I've already took the tape off it. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, this is not the normal thing, but I will still do it. I'll make a video on it. Right. Can you tell what it is yet? I've never seen one of these before. Right, put that away. This is a Francis ringer. It is a kitchen timer, I think. Where do you turn it? No. Well, that's not good, is it? It doesn't do it. It doesn't do the thing. Yeah, I don't know how this works. And I won't tinker with it until I come to do the video, but it is made by John D. Francis in Liverpool. The same people who made the mechanism of the Metamex. So this is why is it? You don't usually see a timer that you have to wind up from the back, do you? Maybe this is how it works. So if I do that, yeah, because the clocks run that way, it'll just get down to there, and it will. With it, this is clearly just an alarm clock that they've put a different face on, isn't it? It's even got the button on the back. It's got 2 keys to wind up the alarm and the time. Yeah, it's nothing more than. Wait, so this just. Oh, it does work. I thought this would wind it up, but of course, you got the keys on the back. Anyway, enough about that. It sounds good as well. I'll service it anyway. Lovely thing, look at that. Thinking early 50s, maybe? The company started in 1947, so it can't be any earlier than that. I'd say it looks like 1954. I don't know, the timer experts will tell me. But yeah, it's a timer, not the usual alarm clock type thing I look at here. Anyway, Beatle time. Here we have all of the Hala Beatles, which I will be tinkering with. This one is actually already good, so that'll go aside. This one is complete already, and it is going to be serviced as is, so no donation of parts for or from this one, so that will go aside as well. I love this one, look at that. I will be showing the movements, by the way. As requested by a viewer, here's a black one, with a Westclock's hand on it. That's off it's like America or something, or a bingo, I don't know. This is just the front without the glass and hands, or bow. And this is the blue case that I looked at in the last time I did a video on a Beatle, where it was the luminous one, and I was thinking about putting the mechanism inside this case because it's in good condition. You can even see a bit of reflection on it. Look at that blue hand. So you might think, oh, well, can we get 2 good Beatles out of these 3 bad ones? Because this one has no mechanism. This one has no back, or decent case, really. This one has no decent case, but it has a mechanism, and it has a back. So I'm thinking, I've also got the hands off this one as well. So if we put the hands off the blue one onto this red mechanism, put the dial off the blue one. No, hang on a minute. Let me start from the beginning. Put the mechanism, not including the dials on these, mechanism out of the red one with the hands into the blue case, and put the dial and bezel, well, matting ring off the red one into the black one. Then we'll have a black Beatle with good face and hands and mechanism, and we'll have a blue Beatle with good face, hands and mechanism, and just a red rim, which is very, very good. It's almost down to bare bones. In fact, looking at it, I don't really want these things welded to the top, so maybe I'll swap out the thing. We'll have a red back, we'll have a black back on a red front. I don't know. I quite like the black, actually, but yeah, these things welded to the top are not particularly adding to the attractiveness of it, as well as the paint being quite slabbery. But before we get down to the nitty gritty, I'm going to open these up and then we can look at the mechanisms, because I also want to look at the mechanisms. So this one, and also I think instead of a posable foot, I think this is more supposed to be like an inbuilt remover for the back, like the serviceman will just go, yeah, and it takes the back off it. If that is, it's a very clever maintenance feature, and I really like that. Yeah, it's basically a Westcott's bezel remover, but for the back, but built in. So yeah, this piece here is in excellent condition. Let's put it off to the side. Put all the case parts over here, because I'll be taking all these apart, because they'll all be donating for each other anyway. The legs unscrew. Pile for legs over here. The bow is missing one of its knobs. I've got it somewhere. I'll have to find it, but I know we can have a complete set of those as well. Put it in the last video. I can't remember what I did with it. I think it might be in these drawers, actually. Hang on a minute. Little plastic drawers I got up here. Oh, that hand I've been looking for a while. Amazing what you see when you're looking for something else. Parts to my chair. Oh, what's in this top one? That is... I'm honestly not sure what's in there. Pendulums. Hands. And something else. Okay. Well, that wasted your time. But I know somewhere around here I have the bow mounting for that. This piece here is a goner. So the mechanism would have riveted onto there. And in trying to de-rivet because this was a few years ago before I knew what I was doing, and trying to take the rivets, pop the rivets off the mechanism so I can reuse this piece of metal, it actually broke off the mountings for it. So yeah, those are the days. Put that over there for safekeeping. This is excellent, I'll keep that. This is great, I'll keep that as well. So we've got fittings and fixtures over there, faces, matting rings and all that, and other stuff. So let's have a look at this red one. This has a complete mechanism. Doesn't have a mainspring though, but other than that I think it's complete. No legs, so I think we can just pull this one straight out of there. Oof, that's stiff, isn't it? I don't want to push on the dial because I'll get my dirty fingers on it. Oh well, it's already pretty dirty, isn't it? Right, so this is a mediocre red, better than the black one I suppose, isn't it? Another one of these. The hands can come off. As in, I'll leave them on for now because may as well. So that's good. Can be fixed. This one has the wrong hand, but I don't think we have an alternative for that. So let's take the back off this one. As requested, I don't think it'll be any different mechanism-wise to the other one. Oh, this one is a bit stiff. Still use a screwdriver on it. It's like opening a tin of milk. Right. Okay, we got this has been slightly. This whole clock has been slightly massacred. But oh look, we have a repeat lever on there. This was a repeat alarm. That is very cool. I didn't know they made those. That explains that hole that's awkwardly cut out the back. Let's have a look there. Yeah, because all these little holes and mechanisms have a reason. And you think, oh, why are there so many holes in this mechanism? Well, I think they might have a reason. Whether they are artifacts of a redundant feature from the past that I don't use again, or they are actually stuff that might appear in alternative models. So what I've seen is I have seen, and this might account for the fact that this is hooked around like that, obviously trying to avoid something that will go in that little hole. And that is because I've seen Haller clocks, or Kienzler, or Kienzl, which use the same design, having 3 screws, because they had a bell mounted to the back, like instead of having a rin tin hitting a peg on the back of the case, it actually had a bell which went in the back and screwed in there, there and there, or something like that. I'm not sure what these holes are in the middle for though. I don't know, maybe they're for alternative methods of fixing things, but yeah, that answers these holes anyway. There was a repeat alarm here. So what I'm gonna put in here? Sorry, that was a bad sentence, wasn't it? Which clock am I going to put the repeat in? The best one, I think, because the repeat is a good feature. So let's put that in the blue, because the blue is the nicest case. So let's unscrew this. I wonder if this dial actually has anything on it, or it's just black. Its legs have been painted black. Need to get some paint stripper ready, don't I? These are too stiff. Right, this one. Unscrew the old things. Right, this is the structural bow mount. There is a dog on the bed scratching. Don't do that. And this is the bow mount for the alarm stopper. If you remember last time, or you might know from your own experience, that these Beattalls have a special alarm shut-off feature, wherein, I think this one's all seized up, but the actual bow, the handle on the top, has one end which is cut in a certain way, so when you slam it down, it shuts off the alarm. Very clever. I did a video on that, so if you check out the Hello Beatall question video, that will answer it for you. This is actually in better condition than the other one, this mechanism. Might have even been serviced recently. I don't know why it's like this, but it's got a mainspring in it. That's a start. And I think, pulling it out, knocking it around, I think it wants to run actually. Yeah, it wants to run. That's great. So this dial, what is up with this? Let me just take these hands off. Surprised these haven't fallen off. Oh, there we go. This is a Westclock's hand that has been painted gold. Okay, and this is, I think this is an original Haller hand. That has been, yeah, black on the back. It was, yeah, the same as that. Quite like the gold hands, I've got to say. But this dial, what is up with this? Is this just a piece of, is this aluminium or steel? It looks like the sign of kind of metal that a tin of tea is made out of, like a tea caddy. I wonder if there's anything on this side. I have to get some paint stripper to find out, really. I don't want to chip away at this because at the moment it's a good piece of black painted metal. But this is a working, is this working? So let's put this dial on here for now, because this is going in the blue case, which is the nice one. And let's put these hands on there and see what we get. I think I'm down one alarm hand, but I think I might have a spare one somewhere. So this is the makings of another one. So let's put this on there. And this is just to illustrate the direction I'm going to head with these. There's black paint everywhere. This is rusted. but I can't replace the frame because the other one's broken. So let's... Oh, I forgot the matting ring. Looks like they did as well because there wasn't one in this one. So let's put this in there. Put this face down. Sorry for being off camera, but it has to be done. Like that. So that's one. And let's put the blue back on it. And this is making 2 good Beatles out of 3 bad ones. So we got the legs for this one. Oh, it's not aligned properly. Hang on. Right. So the black legs will be the right thread for this one, because I don't know, they might have changed it. Although, hang on, let's just check it, because these are the nicer legs, aren't they? All over the place today. Oh no, they are the same thread. I mean, why wouldn't they be, you know? Haller making the same thing. Good old Haller. Or hauler, as I used to say, because it was like, you know, haul, like a corridor kind of haul. But no, it's Haller. I forgot the things, but I'll do that later. And this is a complete, well, weird looking, but complete. The hand is too long. Need to get a new hand for that, but I will anyway. Pretty, look at that. That's alright. So that's got a mechanism in it. And the gold hands match the gold matting ring, which is surprisingly nice. And this is the better front, so let's put this one down. These hands. Oh, matting ring, nearly forgot. This one in there. Like that. And put the legs on it. And I should be able to, if these fit, yeah they do, they're just a bit stiff because of the black paint, no doubt. And they're also a bit bent. I think that's the actual frame rather than being cross-threaded, because these things very rarely cross-thread. They're made of brass or steel. Brass with nickel plating, I imagine, actually. And the back, this one, because this one just doesn't have a back. And there we have it. We should have... This has been tinkered with. Come on. I think I need to take this out again to get it back in. Yeah, alright. Oh, it feels a bit big. Feels too big for this. I don't think it would be. Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. Right, it's like a, I don't know, Dennis the Menace. So, we have a black and red one with a good mechanism. Oops. We have a blue one with a good mechanism. This weighs a ton, this. I don't know why. And we have a black empty case and not very useful dial left over. So I think this is nothing much. So look at that, we've made 2 potentially workable things. I can cut some CD cases to make the flat glass lenses out of. Get a new alarm hand, paint those hands black, get a new minute hand for that. I think I might have a spare that actually fits. Winders might be an issue, but I'll mix and match really, can't I? And where's the other one? So, and we have 4 fabulous Beatles. We have this one, which is the red one. We have a, well, no, this is the black one, isn't it? Black one with the red front. It's got its lipstick on. Blue one, green one, greenish, isn't it? It's marginal. It was green at one point. This is great patina, isn't it? Look at this. Most people say, ugh, just repaint that thing. But no, you know what? This is like, if you've seen Salvage Hunters on TV, Drew says, oh yeah, great patina on that. You can't fake that. Once you repaint that, you can't get that look back again. So, this is staying, I'm afraid. Sorry to you repainted viewers, but yeah, this is the one with the bow I made myself. So yeah, for the Beatles, this is the Beatles. right here. Yeah, they're going to make some great music together. And to show you the movement of this one, which I didn't do last time, I imagine it's the same, but this is a different clock. It has a different dial design. I'm going to say it's older. Look at that. I'll give you a few seconds to notice the differences. Hope you did. Yeah, the keys rotate the other direction, which is the same as usual. Right, these just pull off. Can I do the old... Oh, this one came off beautifully. Look. Look. Look at that. Just pull down the leg. And, oh... That is very... Look at this. Right. This is the design... the same one as the tin can one. Hang on a minute. Let me get it. Oops. Right. It's actually got the... What's happening over there? The same mechanism as this one. Which is very unusual because this is from the 1930s. Maybe this one's from the late 20s, actually. This is probably from the early 20s or late 10s. Mid-10s, maybe even older. And it's still got the same design in it, which is bizarre. Have a look. See what I mean. I love this clock, this tin can one. Oh, look, it's the same design. So look at that. So yeah, it's obviously obviously I can tell this is a Halla clock now. But yeah, it's the same design. Just having a look at it. You know what? It's slightly different actually. This one has a lump there, whereas that one doesn't. But I assume they just revised it over the time because this one has a flaw, like a design flaw. When the alarm unwinds, the spring expands, and there's nothing to stop the spring expanding into the mechanism and stopping the clock. But with this one, they did put that little steel peg in there to stop that. Yeah, but yeah, it's like it's a missing link design, isn't it? So can I put this back on there? Should match up, shouldn't it? Wait, what? Does it not match up? Okay, look, this does not match up. The time spring is too low, and the... So wait. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, they have changed it. So this is not the same. It's like it's been completely reconfigured, but with the same same look and feel, but a completely different thing. So this would not be compatible at all. That is very unusual. I've never seen that kind of thing happen before. But yeah, I mean, they obviously thought, you know what, let's just make it a little bit more compact. Maybe I think it's a bit smaller, probably. But no, this is a bigger clock, isn't it, the Beatle? Yeah, that is an interesting mystery, and only Halla knew, but they don't anymore because they're probably deceased. But nevertheless, 4 Halla Beatall alarms. You don't see that every day. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you will enjoy the upcoming Francis ringer. I want to show you the movement. Ooh. Go on, let's see it. Oh, this unscrews. Okay, oh no, it doesn't. Let's just see this Francis ringer quick, because I'm desperate. I found the box for one of these online. Actually, quite a few of them seem to be in their original boxes. I think people are more inclined to keep the box for a kitchen timer than they are for a bedside alarm clock. And I would do the same, and I don't know why that is. Kitchen stuff, you keep the boxes. But bedside stuff, you don't. And that is a very interesting hypothesis. Is that people tend to throw away stuff. Well, people tend to keep the packaging for appliances more than they do luxury goods. All right, look at that bell. It's a solid piece of rust, unless it's paint. I hope it's paint. but I think it is solid rust. Why? Ooh, how did this get so rusty? It's a timer. I suppose with a timer that goes in all kinds of different scientific locations. But yeah, this is the alarm version of the ooh, pardon me, John D. Francis movement they used in my Metamech. Look at that, it matches up. Haven't opened this one up yet, but I will when I come to do the series on it. So, with that final image of the Francis ringer in the videos that are supposed to be about the Beattalls, thank you for watching.